Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spikes and Heels. I'm Gwen.
And I'm Sabrina.
We're just so delighted to have you back with us. Let's get right into it. Hot topic, Beanie.
Hot topic. Here we go. What is it, Gwen?
I think it would be Tebow.
Again, as it was last time.
So the Jaguars have officially signed him. When I looked on the line today, his number was 85, but everybody knows he loves 15. But somebody has 15 on the team, so I don't know if the guy going to let him have it or whatever. But
85 is more a tight end number anyway.
He's going to go with 15, I bet you. I bet you he's switched back. Because they was looking at letting them wear lower numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
So how you feeling about all this now?
I'm not. I haven't moved from where I was last week. Mm-hmm. I've had a week to think it over. I discussed it with a couple of people, including Beanie, and I'm not going to play the white privilege card because Sabrina came up with a way to make me think about the whole thing, and then I'll elaborate once she says, But tell them what we discussed briefly, Beanie.
You and I had a conversation on the phone, offline, off the screen, and people have different opinions about this. Some people think it's great. Some people think it's privilege. Some people think it's whatever. I was telling Gwen, I don't think it's privilege. I think it's connection. Now I can hear people say, oh, yes, it is. But wait a minute. I feel like Tim Tebow is one of them people, like when someone really likes him, they like him. He had a close relationship with his coach in college. Meyer. He's in the NFL now. And what you say, he lives 2 doors down from him?
Like 2-3 doors down from each other.
So they have that relationship. I don't think in this instance it's privilege. I think it's relationship. I think that there are other players that don't look like Tim, depending on who they are, would have had the same opportunity if they had the right relationship with the right coach. So I don't think this is privilege. Maybe that's a little in there, but I think it's more about the fact that he has a relationship.
Because look, check this out. Vic last week ran a 4.7 at his age. Did you hear anybody go,
"Ding, I got a point"?
Wait. The Vic ran 4.7 last week. Did you hear anybody say, come back on my team? I think you may be right, Sabrina. I think it's both. I think it's a great mixture of both.
So I saw an interview with Vic, a quick one recently, and he said there is a coach. I even think he mentioned Tomlin. I think he said if I called Coach Tomlin right now, he would give me a chance. I just don't think Vic is there right now.
He would give him a chance at playing another position. He would give him a chance at playing quarterback.
Now, there's where the privilege comes in.
Exactly.
Now, you hit it.
He wouldn't give him a chance. Ain't no way. Because let's keep it real. Who he got, Haskins and that other dude, he gonna need somebody if Ben go down.
That's such a good point. That is where the privilege comes in, the position change.
Exactly. Come on. It's a discredit to his position that Tebow just think he can come in after 6 years and just start at that. Like I said last week, that is a huge responsibility. Being on those ends, you have to block and catch and run.
And you know what? That's a good point. But when you bring up Vic, there's another component with him, and we all know what it is.
But he did. So I can see that.
Them people not gonna never let it go with the dog fighting. So you got to take all that into consideration.
One more last point. Let's bring up our boy Colin.
Okay.
He was not given, and everybody forget, he wasn't the only one that was kneeling through those 49. It was him and Irk Reed.
Okay.
They let Irk Reed come back and play for the Panthers. And when Reed kept kneeling, that's when they let his hind parts go. They thought Reed would come back and come back to the NFL. They let him come back. But see, my whole thing is this. I get it. He can't be responsible for what opportunities were not given to Colin. I do think he should make a shout out to the fact that I know a lot of people are comparing my situation to that one. I wish they would have gave him a chance, but I've been given this chance. I'm gonna do the best I can with it. You can't do nothing. Respect the dude if he say that.
Well, you got to give him a little time. Let's give him some time. Wait a minute.
The minute they started thinking about it, he should have said it. That's responsibility. You playing NFL is 70% black. Don't think you're gonna be on the field with other. You gotta love each other and be mindful of where everybody is in this thing. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And I think what I'm saying is I think we have to give him time to get on the team and now be signed, which he has been. Now he's got to get himself going. I'm thinking that he will say something, but it's May, so
Sabrina,
it's May.
The time to say it was when they first came up with the idea. Say, even though when he signed, he should have said, I know everybody not happy with this, what I'm doing. I think he should definitely say, kudos to the one who took the hardest hit out of all of us and was never given, and then let it go from there. Ain't nothing could be done about it. What's done is done. They're not ever going to go back to him. It's been too many years. They sure not going to do it now. So it's like what's done is done. Let's move forward in the future. But he do need to give a little shout out, Sabrina, I think.
And I remember saying, and I agree with you, and I remember saying to you that people used the excuse with Colin. Well, it's been too long now. He's too rusty. So, we can't bring him back now. Now they cannot use that excuse because they bought Homeboy in 6 years later and at a different position. So they can't use that excuse anymore.
Man, if I was Trevor, they setting Trevor up for a fail. I don't care what nobody say. Put him on the end. Don't block for him. They're going to wipe the young boy out. And then he could get the back. He gonna be the back. He'll be the third on the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So, the third quarterback.
So do you think he's gonna make the starting team?
Definitely. They ain't going through all of this to cut him.
I can see him on special teams and in certain offensive packages.
That's all he need to do.
Yeah.
What can you do? You can't for him. I mean, you get on him about what was afforded to him, but at the same time, it just don't sit right in my, man, give me indigestion.
Up next, we're going to talk about my favorite current Redskin, who is no longer a Redskin, Washington football team member, whatever you want to call. Don't be celebrating. I'm upset about this.
Sabrina, go ahead, do your little intro.
Mr. Ryan Kerrigan has departed, and he has done the traitorous thing and gone to Philadelphia.
That's what I'm talking about. How you going to be happy about that? He went to the enemy.
See, listen, this is not just business for him because he wants to start. It's also personal because to me, he wants to show them, okay, you didn't still think that I was starting level quality. I'm going to go to somebody in division and play you twice a year so I can show you what you let go. He did it on purpose.
Yeah.
He did it on purpose. So I'm so sad that he's gone. I was hoping that they will work it out. He is our leading sack leader of all time. He ain't here.
They're going to get Chase and Sweat 5 years. They're going to be on that number.
Yeah, they are. And I know we'll be fine. It's just, he was my favorite Redskin. I have a picture with him. I'm going to see if I can't find it. But I have a picture with him, and I have a signed football, all of that, and I'm going to miss him.
It's time to launch forward in the future. I get it. His pride would not allow him to come off the bench, and I get it. So to go to the Eagles is a huge hit in the heart. He gut kicked all of us. You know what I'm saying? So he up there snitching. That man doing so much snitching. How they say snitches get stitches.
Yeah,
he up there telling it all.
Telling all
this dude, this who do this and who to do, and oh my God,
who to do?
We in trouble. I'm telling you. Yeah. And he telling what's on the other side of the ball. He might not be 100% on that, but he know most of it.
He know all them plays, all them schemes, all that. Oh, they lined up like this. This is what they're about to do. Yep. Oh, dang.
This one got a hip location, got a screw in his hip. So all you got to do is run left on this one. I'm telling you, that was not a good move. I probably would have offered a little bit more to keep him, but I get it. I don't think no amount of money, reasonable amount of money will he would have chose to stay because again, he wants to start.
Mm-hmm.
So wish him well, but we good. It just
Yeah, I wish him well, except them 2 games that he play us.
Yeah, but I wish they lose more than just them 2 so that we could be on top of the division.
No, I mean him personally.
Oh yeah,
I want him to prosper, just not when he plays us.
I just don't like this, and it's just so much. And then going to the other side, the offense, they done lit your half. See, I know what I'm talking about, Sabrina. I know, Sabrina. Come on, nigga, give me this one. When I say a half a player, because if he was anything above what everybody thinks is, Moses would still be with us. So tell them what happened, Sabrina. His salary was too big. They say, do we pay him $7 million or do we release him? They opted to release him.
And see, my thing is this. Gwen has always said he's a half a player. And I was like, Moses is good. He's fine. Yeah, Gwen's like, nope. She's always said that.
They released that bus. And I don't know what's up with the other one because they gonna franchise. They have their franchise tagged him.
Mm-hmm. I want to say they have.
He's stuck because I don't know. Trent gets 138.8. So let's keep it real. $139 million. What kind of money was Sheriff looking for?
When he was going to be made the highest paid at his position.
Like I said, this season about to be a hot mess. Here it come. And then you think all the pieces welding together. Here it come, one by one. Now, Kerrigan sold us out, like Kobe did Shaq. And now, reference my basketball jersey. Brooklyn. And now the offensive line, here it come. Moses gone. And now Sheriff playing disgruntled. So they did get somebody in the second round, but that baby is a rookie.
And which means that man gonna be starting. So my thing is, if they released him, they must have confidence in somebody.
It ain't the quarterback. Sabrina, I don't think Snyder goes all the way through with these moves that he made. I would have paid him. I would have paid him. Mm-hmm. I would have paid him just to keep him until they got the rookie up and ready. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I would have paid him.
You would have did like a 1-year contract.
Exactly. I would have gave him the $8 million and just took a hit. So what?
And maybe they know something we don't know because he was injured.
Stupid McNupits. All of them.
Yeah, and we have said every time, like, the defense is definitely our strong suit. The offense is a work in progress. I still am concerned about our weapons. We don't have enough wide receiver. McLaurin is it. I mean, we have other people, but I don't. They're not proven for me yet.
I'm not taking granddaddy word on the dude that he done got them to pick up.
Yeah,
he was the best pass. Man, forget all that. That dude ain't in the top 10, so he wasn't the best nothing.
Well, maybe he won't be the best. I don't know that going. I'm just not happy about our wide receivers.
I ain't happy about the offense. Period. They got granddaddy in. They don't have no line. They now the only bright spot in all this was Samus. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, but is he going to make the team?
Exactly. He only been playing for 2 months. So is this turning into a whole catastrophe?
And one more thing, we don't know yet where Moses is going to end up. I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up in the Division 2. That would be terrible. Then we got a trader on defense and a trader on offense. Oh,
we probably get monkey stomped in these divisional games if they keep doing this. Staying again within our division, I've been listening to all the analysts and commentators jaw bang all week about Dak coming back, what's going to happen. A lot of them are picking Dallas to win our conference. Do you agree?
Go ahead.
I know that's right. Get updated.
No, I don't agree.
Sipping on some tea. I don't know why they going all in on that. That ankle ain't battle tested. Zeke haven't been himself, and you can't tell me he done did some kind of miraculous turnaround this offseason.
I think he's gonna have a good year this year, Zeke. I've said that before.
No, he not.
I don't know about Dak, but Zeke is gonna have a good year.
That money done got to him, Beanie. He forever.
He had a little time to get himself together. He's gonna be all right. It's Dak that I'm not sure about. The Cowboys ain't winning that division. I'll pick. You know what? I'm almost thinking the Eagles.
I tell you, this was the last piece they needed. Like, why is you giving them weapons? They got Hurts. They done picked up, they got rid of the dead weight with the wide receivers. They picked up new wide. Don't tell me they're gonna be productive, but we'll see. But I feel like, why would you give them a piece that they were missing? Because all of their how we won defense. Dallas defense sucked, and so did the Eagles. Now Kerrigan ain't gonna make it all gel together for one, from one player to fix the whole problem. But don't give them, don't put no bullets in their guns. Don't give them no ammunition.
Right.
God,
Yeah, I think the Eagles, they're gonna sneak up on people. I think.
I'm gonna put a no trade clause in a better place. I'm petty. You can play for me. I'm gonna pay you extra money, but I'm putting the no trade within the conference clause.
I wonder if you can do that.
Yes, I bet you can.
Like, you cannot go to another team in our division.
Within our division for 2 years after you leave, because by then a new coach will come in. You can redo the defense. I would ask for that. You can have an extra $1 million if you sign with this no trade within my division clause.
I like that.
You can have an extra $1 million. That's what I mean. You can have an extra $1 million if you sign this no trade within my division clause.
I like that. I like that idea.
You feel like you don't. He man, that dude's singing better than Aretha Franklin right now. He's telling them everything. Luther ain't got nothing on Ryan Kerrigan right now. I'm telling you. Telling them everything.
You're funny.
It's the truth. When they having special meetings. Like, so explain this one role, explain that one. Come on now.
What's his weakness? And they want to know what's Chase's weakness. What's Montez's weakness? They're gonna ask him. Man.
I think we still have a great chance of winning, but Dallas ain't winning this division. It's gonna be us or the Eagles, and I pick us before the Eagles, but not. I'm getting a little nervous. That first pick for me would have been a wide receiver.
It would have been a wide receiver, a safety,
or a lineman,
or offensive lineman. Yep.
So I would have been wide receiver. They got the offensive lineman in the second. Then my next would have been the best safety or corner. Then it would have been another wide receiver, then a tight end. What you drafting a long snapper for? None of that made sense to me, Sabrina. I can do the long snapper.
Right.
Long snapper. Who's supposed to go to him? Okay.
Yeah, but then we got a block, so that's a whole nother thing.
Ain't no reason.
But the snapping part we could do.
Exactly. But anyway. Yeah, I don't have Dallas, but I think the Eagles done position themselves.
I think they're gonna quietly sneak up on people.
Slow walk all of us. So next, I love Antonio Brown. I like that he's talented, but he's also a character. So I started thinking they gave him $6 million, for 1 year. Then I started thinking, I wonder, can he make it through an entire season without acting up?
Do you think he can? Do you think he will act right?
I'm surprised he did it last year.
Right.
For the 6 games that he was with the team. When he came like the 8th week. So what's that?
He came middle way through.
Yeah,
So is he gonna act right or not?
He got some money now. He gonna start cutting up. He got some money now. I heard his money was running low. That's why he couldn't really do that. But he got 6.6 out of them.
6 point something, 7.5 something.
He about to cut up.
I think he's not going to cut up. I think he got the money and now he's going to try to play the part.
Sabrina, that's in him. You know what I'm saying? I think he can put it in when he needs to. But once he get money, that stirs that pot in him. That Bama gonna do one thing.
That man gonna be a model scissors.
Okay, now that's another bad. What we gonna do this time? We doing a whole spa. Because if AB gets to week 17 without any problems, then you can get a whole spa day out of me. It ain't happening, Sabrina.
So we making a fake.
We are definitely about to lay this one on the line. No backsies. AB got to get through 17 weeks without any fighting with somebody. Okay.
Wait. But when you say fighting with somebody on the field, you get into little scuffles. What you mean?
You know what I mean, Sabrina?
No
hot air balloon rides. He gonna do that because he wants to stay. no kicking the baby mama out her car in the
Yeah,
middle
no
of the street.
crazy stuff. I get that, but you say fighting on the field, that happened all the time.
I don't think he could do a whole season, especially now that they done gave him the money. We'll see, but I'm happy for him though. But I'm mad that he's in my conference now. Him and Tom are both NFC.
Now, speaking of in our conference, that leads us into what we were going to talk about next, which is what game are we looking most forward to on Washington's schedule? And we talked about that. What is yours?
As a Redskin, always forever fan, definitely our 2 Super Bowls, the 2 times we played Dallas in December. But the one game besides that game, because I think that's everybody's game as a Redskin, is definitely the Bucks coming here.
Correct.
It's definitely that rematch of that playoff game. We should have won that game.
We should, and it's so funny. I still see people today when they talk about the Bucks Super Bowl run, how we were the ones that gave them
the only one that gave them some go beans
to run for their money. So yeah, I'm ready for that rematch, and it is here in DC. So I'm excited about that.
Are you going?
It's a good question. That's a good question. And because the stadium, as we talked about last week, will be at 90,000 full capacity.
Sabrina doing that because she know I got a problem with it. Don't pay her no mind, y'all. Trust me, stay home. Y'all don't know what's going on with this thing. How they know what's going to work and not going to work. No, stay home. Let them get the tweaks out first. Y'all going to be eating raw hot dogs. Out there. And drinking flat beer because they're going to be selling all that stuff they've been sitting there holding since last Sabrina. I'm going to let them sell all that old food, get all that old merchandise out, all that stuff. So I probably won't go to 2022 season start.
Okay. And that actually reminds me of something else that I didn't plan to talk about, but we were talking about this earlier this week, the stadium. Dan Snyder and a group of executives have been touring the world, going around the globe, looking at different stadiums that's supposed to be state of the art to get ideas for our new stadium, because apparently our lease here at FedEx runs out in like 2026, something like that. So they want the new stadiums to be ready for 2027. They don't know whether it's going to be in.
Started building it 3 years ago. It takes like 10 years to do them stadiums.
And that's my thing. I was thinking that's not enough time. And
it's not.
If you're going to be doing high tech, this and that, don't be rushing that stuff.
So they might have to do a couple of extensions on FedEx, past when the lease expires, amendments to the lease. That's my contract world. But I hope they get somebody better than the last person they did, because that last design they had looked like a hot mess. I wish I could cuss. Sabrina, it was a bird's nest with a tidal wave in a
moat. I think it had a moat or something.
Who wants to see?
He seems real bent on having a moat for some reason.
What he need to do, and everybody sign in with me of this yay or nay. It needs to be a dome so we can host the Super Bowl. They keep going to the same places because it's outside. Put it a dome.
Yes.
And put it back where it was. What's wrong with RFK? They about to knock it down anyway.
Yes. I'm thinking that's the perfect spot. It would be so nostalgic.
The parking is they turn half of the parking lot into a playground, but they can open up the other side. You know what I'm saying?
Because my kids go to that playground. So
I love it. But they can open up the other side. But come on, Sabrina. What's wrong with putting it back where it was? They already changed the name. I like Bowser. I think she's ready to go to the table to discuss how many jobs it's going to bring to the city.
That would be so exciting for the fans.
I don't see what's so hard about this.
It's not hard at all.
Make it a dome so we can host some Super Bowl. We can close that joint up, open up bad weather. Never know bad weather in DC. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
back where it was.
Yeah. And this is the one time. So mark this day, people. This is the one time you're going to hear me say something nice about the Cowboys. So if you're waiting for that, get ready.
Oh, that stadium nice.
Their stadium, he did that. So I'll give Jerry Jones that. That is a nice stadium. He did seemingly everything right.
His wife did most of that.
Okay.
She's an interior designer or decorator or something like that. So his wife did that. They was bringing in the art pieces. It looked like a bunch of mess, but the layout and they showed it to you like 3D video or whatever. Like you didn't see it, but you saw what it was supposed to be. Beautiful.
Wow. So yeah, I just hope That's one thing he'll do, like Jerry Jones. And then
I think they friends, Sabrina, because they the only two idiots going full capacity. So why don't you let me holler at your wife and get my wife to talk to your wife so we can boogie down on this.
I don't think they're going to. He want to make sure he do his own thing. He ain't going to do too much with that, because then he going to feel like he owe him something. No, he got too much pride for that. But I hope they do something nice. I don't know, what are the elements you would want to see in the stadium? I have no idea.
You want space. You want space to, like, you want to be able to hold large crowds. You want the seats need to be a little bigger.
Yeah. Oh yeah, them seats are tight. Yeah.
The seats need to do. So these were the qualms. Seats need to be a little bigger. You want more freestanding space. Remember at FedEx, they took out the seats on the two end zones at the top and made them party spaces.
Mm-hmm.
So millennials can stand up and hold their beers and drink their drinks and watch the game. They can eat their little finger foods and watch the game.
Mm-hmm.
So those are a little bit of changes that I know that they did at FedEx over the years. Like they added more freestanding space.
For me, what's missing, and I don't know how you build this into a stadium. Maybe it has to do with, I don't know the words, architecture or ergonomics or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I miss the ambiance. FedEx has zero ambiance, zero feel. It just feels like a big bowl to me.
Yeah, me too.
So I want it to have ambiance. I want it to feel like home. I want it to be a place where people come and they fear coming there. They don't fear coming no FedEx Field.
Sabrina, the only way they're gonna fit coming there, we start whooping on them like the Eagles be whooping on everybody else, and you can't do that, Sabrina.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna, man, you can feel it right here to this day, Sabrina, right there. Hit me in the head with a battery.
So tell the story real quick, because they may not have seen.
I told the story before. A guy from work, worked in the post in the mailroom at my job. He did concessions. So whenever there was a away game at FedEx, he would work Baltimore or Philly. Just so happened the Redskins away Philly game. 3 women, me and my 2 girlfriends, we got on, 4 of us. Me and my 4 girlfriends, we got on our jerseys. We shout. As soon as we walk in there, no big country dudes calling us out our name, y'all B's and the N word. And I'm thinking it's a football game. Then
this was in Philly. This was in Philly,
Philly Stadium. Then 10 minutes later, I see Chief Z get popped up on a stretcher. I'm thinking, man, they done beat up Chief Z. So I got hit in the head with a battery. It hurt so bad. I saw stars for a minute. So we went in a tunnel. We was right by the tunnel. We said, take the jersey off. Maybe they wouldn't know. So we took the jerseys off. But the people that was sitting around, I still knew that we were Redskins fans.
Too late, yeah.
So because at first it was 2 + 4 + 10, but the crowd kept growing because people would see our jerseys. So we took the jerseys off. It was just the same people. But when I tell you, by the end of that first quarter, we was shopping and eating subs
elsewhere.
I was out of there. I couldn't take it. And they started spitting. When anybody Sabrina know, I'm a germaphobe and I'm a severe hypochondriac. When I saw the hog spit land, I was done.
So we need a stadium that people fear, but not like that. Not like that.
We need to stop selling all our away tickets, because they give a certain amount of tickets for away fans. They should limit that number.
Oh, I agree with that. You were talking about putting the penalty clause into AB's contract. I think that there should be a clause with tickets, like you cannot sell but X number.
Exactly.
The opposing team.
Exactly. Because man,
and I don't know how you would even monitor that.
So I help them do it. I do contracts. But when I went to that Steelers game with me, Mally, and Jazz, that was a home game for the Steelers.
And that's not good.
Jasmine went up on a Tron because she was on some kind of app where they would take, and all you saw was gold tiles everywhere. I was like, this looked like a home game. If I wasn't at the game, you would have thought it was a home game.
And that ought not to be.
It's like that with Dallas, 50-50. And I'll say it's 55. I say it's 45-55 favor in Dallas when you go to the games now.
So that needs to change. And hopefully with the changes that we're making with the new stadium, hopefully starting up soon, we'll move in the right direction. Okay, guys, just for a little fun, we're going to do one quick getting to know you question between Gwen and Sabrina. And the question is, what was your first ever car. Okay, I'm gonna write it big. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to see this. I should have used a marker. Oh, you finished already?
Yeah, girl, I'm gonna never forget Ruby.
Oh, I remember you used to call some car Ruby. All right, 1, 2, 3. I don't know if you can see my word.
I don't know if you see mine either.
Oh, a Suzu Rodeo.
You had a full focus.
Focus, yeah.
Me and that silver focus, we supposed used to be getting up going to church. Remember, Sabrina?
Yes, I remember Ruby now.
Benny, tell them how many times you flunked your driver's test.
So I forgot about that. I remember, thank you. I remember I was taking my driver's test. And first of all, I started driving late because I was like scared. I was like, I can't do this. So finally, I was like, enough is enough. So I took the driver's test once, the road test. I failed it. I said, okay, no problem. I was a little discouraged. So I took it the second time. I'm like, this is it. I took it the second time. I failed it again. I took it the third time on my birthday. I said, this is a sign from God. It's my birthday, and it's the third time's a charm. I got this. I failed it on my birthday. I said, it must not be meant for me to drive. This is just, I can't. So I took it the fourth time, and finally I passed it. And I think even then the man was giving me like a little bit of grace. I think the first time the man said, make a left. And it was a light, you know how the light is green, but then there's a red arrow left that you can't turn left. I was looking at the green. So when he said turn left, I was like, all right. I turned left. He was like, pull it over and turn it around. I said, what? Girl, I was hot. He tricked me.
And then one of them, you ain't even get off the parking lot.
Oh, that's right. He didn't even let me off the park. Like he was like, fail. I said,
that's so bright. But see, Sabrina has a story, but I have a story too. I didn't get my license until I was 33.
Oh, I didn't know and remember that.
Yes, because I got it because I was scared to drive like you.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you know what? I lived 5 seconds from the metro. The kids' school was next to the metro.
Mm-hmm.
I get in the metro, go to work. The little $10 drivers bring you home from the grocery store. What I need a car for? You know,
right?
And I was like, okay. So I went and took my test and I passed. But I paid somebody, then I passed. But I just remember, I think it's because Sabrina was so nervous.
I forgot all about that. I forgot that second time I didn't even get out.
You didn't even you called me. You were hysterical.
What did I do that I didn't get?
Okay, because the car before when you leave out, we both took the same test.
That's what it is.
You went and you didn't stop. You just followed him because you thought, well, we both still sitting here. So when he went, you went.
That's exactly what it was. I didn't stop before going.
And that helped me pass. So when I took mine years later, I remember all Sabrina's don'ts. And
3
I passed.
times, y'all, and I got it on the 4th time. I cannot believe that. They were tricking me.
Yeah, but you know what? I've driven and rode with Sabrina. Excellent driver.
Don't let my husband say that. He said, my kids say I drive too slow.
And my kids say they are terrified to ride with me.
Yeah, Gwen, let me tell y'all something. When Gwen takes off from the curb, she gets in the car, she locks the door, she puts the seatbelt on, she starts the car. And then all of a sudden you say, and it's like she takes off like a rocket. She looks like a rocket ship. She's just gone. I'm like, there she goes.
My grandbaby even turned on me and told her mother she is nervous when she ride with me, Sabrina. So that's a great one, Sabrina.
All right.
Remember that.